Hi, Bishop John here. Our readings for this fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time point us to the sacraments of healing and forgiveness. In the Psalms, we read, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." And in the Gospel of Mark, we read, "He cured many who were sick with various diseases." The sacraments of healing and forgiveness include the sacrament of reconciliation and the sacrament of the anointing of the sick. Now, traditional art points to what was commonly referred to as extreme unction or the last rites, since the anointing was given to a person on his or her deathbed. That was the practice of our church. But, since the Second Vatican Council, the church directed its attention back to the original purpose and meaning of the anointing of the sick, which is given to us in the letter of James in the New Testament, namely, "Are there any sick among you? Let them call for the priests, and the priests will anoint them." The sacrament of the anointing is to be offered not just once, especially on the deathbed, but is to be offered to anyone who is sick. And the beauty of this sacrament of initiation, together with the sacrament of reconciliation, is about restoration, bringing us back to communion with God and with each other. Now, as I said, the traditional art focused on that deathbed scene, the last rites. I was struck as I was trying to find some more contemporary art that would reflect the Second Vatican Council's desire to get back to the letter of James and the call to invite people to reach out to priests so that they would anoint them if they were sick. That particular art just doesn't seem to exist except in small fashions, but no great portrait. And I apologize for this, but I had to reach back into my own art. And I remember a time when I was in college and I had my shoulder operated on, and I was kind of rehabilitating myself. And so I was moved by a particular priest who had anointed me when I was in recovery. That brought me to draw this picture of a priest as he was consoling this very lovely old woman. And I was very touched by that. I felt that is really where the church is meant to be. God desires us to be one with Him, to be made whole, to be restored. And restoration begins with communion. Restoration begins with reconciliation. Restoration begins with accompaniment. And I found even in my early age in college that it was important for me to make sure that that was created in some fashion, that it was made available in some fashion. And so this picture of the priest and this wonderful old woman stands at a Nazareth House Senior Facility Center in the Diocese of San Diego. The point of it is that reconciliation and the sacrament of the anointing of the sick kind of go hand in hand. They truly are sacraments of healing and forgiveness, and it's all about restoration and bringing us back to God and the church.